Assalamu alaikum, my dear friends. How are you? I welcome you on my training channel. My name is Abdul Khalik. Dear friends, look, almost all the time, at several or many stages in our life, we do have to negotiate. We do have to, discuss the matters with other people because of certain mutual interests. So it is really important that we do understand the nitty gritty of are the very basics of the negotiation, and with knowing these basics of negotiation, that is really important for each one of us, why? Because if at all we are ignorant of this art of negotiation, what is going to happen then? Maybe, quite possibly, we are going to be robbed, and we don't want to be robbed at all. We don't want to be robbed at all, my dear friends and fellows. So, for that reason and purpose, we need to learn. We need to learn the negotiation. We need to learn the art of negotiation. Today, we are going to talk about this matter. This extremely matter because the time we are negotiating, obviously, something very important is being negotiated. Something very important is going to be negotiated upon. So, for this reason, my dear friends and fellows, I think that we need to be well prepared. We need to be prepared. We need to learn. We need to somewhat understand at least the basics of negotiation. And negotiation is the topic of our today's discussion. After a great amount of research, five things have been chosen. Five important and the basic thing have been has been chosen for the sake of art of negotiation. There, what are these five things? First of all, my dear friends and fellows, we need to think win-win. We need to think win-win. What is this win-win, by the way? It actually means that although I want to succeed here, I want to get what I genuinely deserve. I want to get what I genuinely deserve, but I don't want to deprive the other party from their basic rights. So it is equally important, if at all my interests are important, then their interests are important too. And I think that while saying this thing, while talking on it, or while exhibiting, practically, it will create a very good impression upon the other person, and they will become somewhat cooperative as well once they do understand that we are not there to rob them, we are not there to cheat or to deceive them. Rather, what we are willing out of that negotiation, it is just the win-win. So I think the first of all, we need to think win-win. We need to act like a win-win. And once we are thinking and acting like that, the other party will be able to understand what we mean. And once they are convinced that we are looking for a win-win solution, obviously they will become cooperative, and I think that they will cooperate in reaching a justified solution. So the number two thing which we do have to take care of, that is active listening. We do need to listen very actively. Listening, it is usually said, it is a notion that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala has given us with the two eyes, with the two ears, and all of these makes the four. And the four mean that we have to utilize these senses four times, and we have got one tongue, mean we have to listen fifth time, four time we need to listen and to watch, and the fifth time we can speak if we want to. My dear friend, I think here we are talking about the active listening. It is far better to pay more 80% of the attention to what they are trying to say, what they are trying to communicate. By our ears we need to get, by our eyes we need to get. And once we do understand their point of view properly, then we need to prepare first our point of view and to deliver or communicate then. So active listening, listen much more, and pay much more attention to the listening and to the watching. Active listening, it is very important, my dear friends. And the third thing is, ask more than you really want. What is this? Because once we are negotiating, we have to lose certain things and to be able to get certain things. So if at all we do have to lose certain things, we do have to abandon, we do have to abdicate, and we do have to sacrifice, we do have to give away in the negotiation certain things. It does mean actually that we need to decide what is my bottom line, what I need to get out of this negotiation, what from which point I don't have to come below to that. My dear friend, we need to understand it first, and after understanding it well, then we need to enhance our demands. And while we are negotiating and we are trying to bring them down from their basic demand, for during all that we need to sacrifice certain things as well. Sacrificing is really important, my dear friends and fellows. If we don't learn to sacrifice, it does mean that we will not be able to make them sacrifice certain other things as well. So it is actually, as far the negotiations are concerned, it is said that give and take. The negotiations is the give and take. There are certain very important or extremely important items in your demand list, and most probably you're not going to lose any of those things, but there are certain other thing which has to be sacrificed, and we should add those things after determining our bottom line, so that this thing is what we can lose if at all we are being asked to do that. And dear friend, so that is, ask more what you really want. And the number 4 is, establish repo from the beginning. What is this establishment of the repo? Friendly communication, positive work relations instead of hostility, because the relationship is built on trust. I think that we need to respect them. We need to take care of them. We started our negotiation by keeping one thing in mind, that we are going to do go the win-win. And now this is the fourth item. It is actually our words, our manners, our tone. All of these things matter. We do have to respect them. And if at all we give them a respect, and also we do give an impression that we are here for the win-win, not for the zero-sum game at all, not for the lose one. We don't want you to lose at all. We don't want to lose either. So we are going to find out a solution which is based on the win-win. So that is the number 4 item, and that is, build repo from the very beginning. Now the fifth and the last is, honor your commitment. We do have to honor our commitments. Whatever commitments have been made, I think that we need to honor it. And if at all we are unable to honor our commitments, what is going to happen then? Most probably no one else is going to trust in us. So for all that reason, because if at all we have lost the trust, so we have lost almost everything. So we will never ever be trusted again. So we don't want to do that. We don't want to be mistrusted. Rather, we want to be trusted. And to be able to get the trust of the other people, we do have to honor the commitments which were made during the process of negotiation. My dear friends and fellows, that is something really important. We need to learn the art of negotiation, because it is one of the most important arts. Thank you.